This is the second mini that I created from the Virtual Crop hosted by Catherine, Life on the Scrap Beach in September. The first album was this album, and I've already made a video about that one. And this is the second mini that I made. Again, I've used utility ties and I've used tulle and fibers and ribbons for the binding. I have a little Mary Engelbrecht embellishment. Life is what you make it. This is an acetate lollipop flower that I made. This is a doily that I kind of grunged up a little bit. A key by K and Company. This is Thoughts. This is Made to Share. The title of this whole album is Seize the Day. This is a button for my mother's button box, and I don't know if you can see that very closely, but it's a really unique button. I just like the way that button looked. And so again, this is Seize the Day, and we start this album with a page called Start Every Day with a Hug. And this is a little pocket that I got from my Que Sera Sera kit that I bought from Marianne at appreciativecraft.com. Que Sera Sera kit. And on this page I have Prima flowers and just this little pocket that she created. And these are pictures of Alan and Isabel and sharing a hug in 2007. And this is Alan and our dog Otis sharing a hug. And these are pictures of Jeffrey and Alan. This is Jeffrey, and it's in 1989. He's kind of giving himself a hug, and this is Alan giving Jeffrey a hug in 1990. And this is a picture of our little Deuce giving his little ducky a hug in 2009. And this is Jeffrey and Jason, a friend of his, sharing a little hug at the holidays. And this is a picture of Chloe Elise giving her little Tasmanian devil and her little Minnie Mouse a hug. This one was taken in 2003, and this one was taken in 2004. And these are pictures of Guggy giving his little Princess Sarah a hug in 2004. And this is Guggy giving our son Scott a hug the day that Dylan was born. And on this side you have pictures of Jeffrey hugging our little cat Max, who's not with us anymore, and that was in 1989. And this is Jim giving Max a hug in 1992. Now this was a challenge page, and this challenge was to scrap a page about something you consider totally silly. Scrap something silly that makes you laugh and giggle. And this page obviously is titled Laugh Out Loud. And this is Alan, and he put a couple poker chips on his eyes here, and he put some of those little candy corn that you get at Halloween, and kind of made a funny little face there. But this is how he really looks in real life. Kind of a handsome fellow, I think. This was not a challenge page, but this page is called Little Men, and I have a Carnival of Venice, a little vintage poster on that. And this is our little Deuce in, whoops, upside down. This is our little Deuce in 2009. On the back of that, I've got a little vintage poster for The Kid, Charlie Chaplin movie back in the day. And again, our little men, the Perfect Prince Dylan and Perfect Prince Austin. That was taken in 2009. And I have another picture of a vintage movie poster, The Kid, the Charlie Chaplin movie. This was a challenge page, and the challenge was to create a layout with no photos. Think of something you've always wanted to scrap but were held back by not having photos, and scrap that page. Now, I really like to scrap pages, and so the pages look great if you don't have anything in them. So most of the time I don't actually adhere a picture to my page. I have some way of putting it in a little pocket or putting it in a folio. So that's kind of the way I ordinarily scrap anyway. But what I scrapped on this page was Little Women. One of the books that I've read, a long time ago, but I enjoyed reading it. I made a little mini book, Little Women, and what I did was actually take the book and lay it on my scanner and scan the cover and the back the spine, and then I reproduced it in the size I wanted it and just loaded on the inside with cardboard and made fake pages here. And that's how I make my little minis. I have a little heart paper clip here that I adhere the pictures, or I fasten the pictures in with. And this is actually a scan of one of the pages in the book. The book was a very, very old book. This is actually one of the pages. I've used my homemade shimmers paint on that, and I've used my homemade shimmers paint on this chipboard piece here. And the pictures that I affixed to this Little Women page happen to be pictures of the Perfect Princesses. And this is the Perfect Princess Sarah Jessica in 2003, and on the back of that I have Elegante and pictures of 1920s flapper style fashionista type ladies. And of course I have the Perfect Princess Chloe Elise. I just love this picture, and this was taken also in 2003. On the back, Très Chic, and I have some more pictures of vintage flapper type ladies. And I used this little heart paper clip to fasten those in. This page was not a challenge page. However, I made these circles intending to use them on the challenge page, and didn't like them on the challenge page, but I really like the circles. These are fragments that I've embellished, I've embossed, I stamped and embossed in carbon color embossing powder, and this is just a vellum tag that I embossed with stays, or I stamped with stays on, and this is just a I used my homemade shimmers paint on this and put a circle and a flower and some bling, and I was going to use this on my circle page, but I didn't need it, but I liked it, so I put it in on this page. And the theme of this page, the title of this page is Feel the Snow on Your Eyelids. And these are pictures of ski trips that we took. This is Scott and Alan in Breckenridge, Colorado in 1997. We're waiting on the tram to go up on the a mountain to ski, and on the back I have a vintage ski poster. It's a travel poster, and this is a picture of our ski trip to Breckenridge in 1996, and that's Alan, and that he's waiting on the chairlift. And this is another picture of a vintage travel poster for a ski, and I added a little snowman there and a little snow. And this is a picture of Jim and Jeffrey in Breckenridge, Colorado, that same year, 1996. And Jeffrey's the little guy here, and that's Jim. And again, on the back, I had a little vintage travel poster, a little ski poster on the back of that.